This show has a lot of things going on. It's not easy to follow. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Godzilla Singular Point. It's a Netflix anime. It's 13 episodes. They're about 20 minutes each. And it's not your typical anime. I know I always say that, but this is really different, especially for something with Godzilla. I know Netflix did another thing with Godzilla a couple of years ago, and that was really strange. And this is different as well. They don't really mention Godzilla until about episode 7. So you follow these two characters, Mei and Yun. Yun is an engineer. He works for this company, and he's investigating this weird noise that's coming out of this abandoned house. And then you have Mei. She's like a graduate student, and she also is brought in to analyze this song that's playing. Eventually, they talk on the phone, and they don't know where the song is coming from. They don't know if it's a signal for what. And then a dinosaur appears, and it's a big dinosaur, and it's just flying through the sky, and everybody's like, what is that? And it turns out it's Rodan. That's what they call it, Rodan. And as Rodan flies through the sky, all this red dust starts to appear, and then more Rodans show up. So it's just like a flock of birds flying, and this red dust cloud taking over the city. So Yoon and Mei go their separate ways. Mei is brought in by this other researcher to figure out where the monsters are coming from, because Mei has cracked like a code in terms of just all this different dimensional stuff. It's a lot of complex things going on in this show. It feels like Interstellar in a way. And Yoon is more on the ground level with his co-workers and everything. They have this robot named Jet Jaguar, and they use to fight off the different monsters that they come across. So first it's just Rodan, but they die without anything happening. They just die off. But then you have sea creatures that show up, and then you have a new land creature that shows up. So Yoon is on the ground level fighting all the time, but he's also making all these different calculations, trying to figure out where all these monsters coming from. And Mei is also doing the same thing, but she's in less danger for the most part. She's just more technical and into the science of it all. And again, it's a lot of different science terms and dealing with the future, how things are coming from the future to the present, and it's disrupting everything that's going on. And there's different singular points that is creating all these monsters. Eventually, Godzilla shows up. After all the little ones come out, like different spiders and sea creatures, Godzilla comes out the water. They mention it. Oh, we call this guy Godzilla, and he's walking around, but he's a different type of Godzilla. The animation style is very different, so Godzilla is going to look very different from any other iterations you've seen of him. And he has like this protective armor while he's in the red dust, and the red dust seems to be protecting him when people are attacking him. And as the show continues, yes, it gets even more complex, but it gets more interesting as well, because you get to see Godzilla, you get to see Jet Jaguar fight a few more monsters and everything like that. Godzilla does have his atomic breath. He does that a few times, but he also has like this protective shield, like I said, that comes out like a part of his body to protect him from all the missiles. And the fighting is not that type of anime. It's not a lot of intense fighting. The robot fights a few times, but it's nothing over the top or anything. It's mostly a story focused around Mei and Yun and just trying to figure out how to stop these monsters, how to stop this catastrophe that's supposed to happen, that is going to destroy essentially the world and have these monsters take over. So it's not an anime focused on fighting. It's a lot focused on talking and information. And again, it does remind you of Interstellar when they start breaking down stuff with the time travel and a computer that can see into the future and all this other stuff. Well, I recommend it. I would say check out the first couple of episodes and see if you enjoy it, because again, it's a different type of anime. It's not action based. As I started watching it more, I started enjoying it a little bit better. But at first I was like, I don't know if I can finish this. Eventually I did, but it's it takes some time because you have to pay attention to what's going on in this show. Again, it's called Godzilla Singular Point. If you watched it, please let me know what you thought about it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.